Hello everybody, it's Avery, YouTube Tutorials. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is talking about DesignEvo, in which case this is a place where you can create your own logos. You can do it for free, and of course they got other ways that you can pay for it, get some extra features. But what I'm going to do in this particular video is just go through and make a quick logo. So basically, so you can see how easy it is to make your own logo up here. And also, if you want to check it out yourself, then go ahead and check it out. I might make like another video about an actual review on this later, but we'll see what happens. You can already see that they got certain templates up here from their logo generator. And on the side, you see that they got some different categories. So if you want to go over here to abstract, you can get some ideas from that. Also, if you hover over any of these logos that you may or may not like, you can also see some similar ones right here. You got the option to look at similar, or you can go ahead and just customize it. I'm gonna make a basketball logo, like a logo that you can put on a jersey today. So let's go ahead and put in basketball over here. And we got some decent ones over here. I kind of like this one right here. Wouldn't probably be good for my particular logo, but you never know. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. And like I said, as the logo generator, it'll generate some stuff for you up here. Most of these don't look like something I could actually use. Like you got a microphone with a basketball on it, so you can use that like a basketball podcast, I guess. I'm going to go to this one, and I want to look for similar ones like this. So let's go ahead, keep scrolling down. You got some basketball ones, but you also got some that are completely out of basketball. So let's go ahead and see if I see something. Oh, I forgot to say this, but at any point in time, if you want to start using this yourself, then click on the link below, because that'll take you directly to DesignEvo. They also have an app if you want to use the app on your phone instead, and check that out as well. I have not used the app myself, so I can't talk about it, but hey, give it a shot. Should be relatively. You can see up here that this logo maker is pretty similar to other online design makers like Canva and Placeit and other things like that. So if you use those before, then you'll be very familiar with this one as well. So over here we got the logo name at the top. I had a slogan. I don't really need a slogan, but you see that the slogan's up here. So, and the logo name's down in here. So instead, what I could do is, let's say I want to have legends or something, but adding a slogan and adding a logo name is going to add another feature up here, which I don't want. I actually want to just go ahead and type in on this one that's up here already. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and delete this by pressing delete on it, and I'm going to double click on this slogan, and let's go ahead and right up here I'm going to write legends. And now I got to put it back where it was. I might like legends at the bottom though. Go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. And you see that as I made it bigger, it's not there like it was before. So now I gotta try to go ahead and bend this a little more, give more of an arch to it. So let's see, where's the font size? See here, that's the effect, that's spacing. So we got spacing, line height, and we got a curve right here under this little, I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, it says format, so let's go ahead and do that. So go into the curve, let's try to curve this a little more, get it back to where it was, and then I'll go ahead and go back down. That's cool, but that's not exactly it. So I gotta do a little more of a curve, less of a curve, somewhere around here, somewhere in this area. All right, so got legends there. I got a logo name down here. I don't actually need a logo name, so I can just, get rid of it. Also, I don't have to use this particular font, of course. I've already, clicked on it, left clicked on it. And if I want to go over here to the actual different fonts they got, I can go ahead and use the different font. Of course, if you use the different font, then it's going to mess up the curve. So you'll have to, redo the curve again. But let's see if I see anything else that I like. Not only do you have the bold type, but you got others. You got modern sans, traditional, you got handwriting, and you got funny. So if I wanted to go with something funny, that's all right. So for the sake of trying to keep this relatively short, let's say I want to go ahead and use this one right here. But let's also say I want to go and change up the color for this. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's click on this basketball, and let's say instead of using purple, I'll use a gradient. You got some gradient colors down here. You can also, use the plus to make your own gradient. Let's go with the other portion of the basketball that I didn't mess with. So let's say a green, and let's say a darker gray bluish situation there. And then for the actual lining of the basketball, let's go back to a gradient. Let's go ahead and go to the bottom portion of it, and let's try to do a gradient here as well. So if I use that gradient, that's just like I did at the top, use it at the bottom. Also try to go into the plus sign. I want to make the black portion of it, the darker portion, a little more profound. So if I move this over to more towards the center, you can see that it's getting darker. So as I move it over more, it becomes more dark, but I don't want it to be like that. I just want to move it over a little bit. Going back to the basketball, going back to gradient, let's go to plus. Let's go ahead and lighten this up a little more. So the darker portion, and then go back to the bottom. Add that again, and make that, push it up. So if I pushed it up to just about there, you can see that it blends in a lot better here. So this particular like ribbon-ish, but this particular design at the bottom and the basketball, they kind of blend in as far as the gradient. They blend a lot better. So going with that and going to this circle over here, trying to blend that in. Let's say I want to try to blend this in with the rest of it. Then you kind of messes it up. So I'm not going to do that. So instead, let's say I want to make this just black. And okay, going back to the basketball. Now I'm getting a little more into it because I'm like, okay, I see something here. Like this is something, but I kind of gotta. I should be trying to get to the next portion of this. So let me get to the basketball again. Instead of using that, let's go back to some type of orange, more like a lighter situation. Let's go up to the top for the document colors, and let's actually gonna go to this, back to the color. Well, let's go to the add, and then I'm going to copy this color. Copy it, you know, Control C, and then go to the lettering, and then I'm going to paste. I'm going to add it. And you got these little stars over here on the side, so going to the plus sign and then pasting in colors over here. You make these the same as the basketball and the font. If you wanted to add other designs to this, other shapes, you can see over here in the blue area, you got icon, you got text, you got shape. Under shape, you got background. So you can add a background if you want. Right now, it's just a transparent background. But if you didn't want it to be a transparent background, you can go ahead and add a color. So there you go. If you use the free version, you will not be able to get a transparent background. You'll actually end up with a white background. So if you do have a particular color that you'd rather have other than white, then you should go ahead and add it here. Let's go up to the shape, and you can see it's very easy to add a shape. So I just added one. You could turn around, put it over here, put it wherever you want. I mean, you could add it to the background by clicking on it and then going over here. You see layer at the top. I just clicked on it and open up forward, backward. So I can go ahead and let's say I make it over here. You can clearly see that it's above the font. So going back over here again and pressing backward, keep pressing backward until it gets behind the font, behind everything you want it to be behind. And that's it. But I don't need this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. But if I did want to add some other stuff to it, then of course you go back over here to pick a color and add a color. Something that I did not talk about yet was this, but this will automatically flip it horizontally, and this one, same thing, just vertically. Another thing I can say about this is it will do the snap thing. Like if you want this to be centered, it'll help snap it to make it center, whether it be between the center of the actual area, or if you want it to be between like the center of the font somewhere, you know what I'm saying, that will help you out with keeping this, you know, helping it not look odd. You start off with a template, but you could go ahead and adjust it to however you want. Now they got these badges up here, but you got other decorations, lines, solid shapes, outline shapes, banners, and you got symbols as well, but symbols ain't that much, as you can see. These all aren't like, with this, there are parts of it that have a good amount of shapes, whereas other parts, you know, they only have a very small amount. So if we go through it real quick, you can see that most of this is limited, but one, if you're trying to get something free, then I mean, this is worth a shot, you know, it's at least worth looking at. And two, you know, give some extra creativity into it and see what you come up with. If you don't feel like you're very creative yourself, then keep using the generator, the logo generator, to help you with figuring out something that you want to actually use. And you can go about it that way. So now that I have, for the most part, finished what I wanted to do with this, you know, let's go ahead and click download. I mean, of course, you got preview, which shows up on other things. You can see how it looks on certain things. So that's cool. But let's go ahead and say I want to go ahead and download it. So you got the basic plan, you got the plus plan, $24 currently, and then $50 for the plus plan. They give you the high resolution files. You can get it in more than just JPEG. You can get it in a PNG. You also get the transparent one for all of them. They are print ready, But with the Plus plan, you get the vector files, you can download font files, and you can have copyright ownership of it. So, definitely figure out which one it is that you want. But of course, if you still just want to do free, go up to the top where it says congratulations, you just created an excellent logo. Right here is where you'll go ahead and click to get the free logo. As you see, it says sign up. I'm already signed up. I just got to log in. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so here you go. It says give us credit and download for free. You can download a maximum up to 300 by 300 px logo without a transparent background. So if you want to use this logo for free, give them credit, give DesignEvo credit for using it on social media, blogs, so on and so forth. Now you can go ahead and copy this code and paste it onto your website. You go ahead, download and agree. It says I would like to not give credit. If you don't want to do that, then you can just go ahead and buy it. You don't want to give credit to them, then buy it. So let's go ahead and download and agree to it. And I'm just gonna pick a place to go ahead and download this so I can see it very quickly. So you can see logo, we got JPEG and we got PNG. And this is what we got. You can see, like I said, it's 300 by 300, so it's very small. Last thing I want to go ahead and do is put this side by side so we can see the quality of what we downloaded versus what we have on the screen right now. So let's go ahead and do that. So we see right here, you can see the size of it. 300 by 300. As we get it larger, it gets very blurry, and I'm looking at it on a 4K, monitor. So yeah, of course it's gonna look blurry. This is what you should expect to see. So, like I said, if you're going to use it as like a profile picture, or you're going to use it as a favicon or something like that, you're going to use it somewhere that is going to be small, then that's a good option for you. Obviously, if you want to use this for something else that's going to require it to be bigger, you're going to have to get at least the basic plan to be able to use this. Or this just ain't gonna be a good option for you. But is this the only place that you can, get a logo maker? Of course not. Might be the only place that you can get a logo generator though. But like I said, at the very least, if you are interested in finding other places that you can, make logos and stuff like that, then you should check out this video here. And hey, if that video is no longer there, that's probably because I switched it out for a different video, in which case you can do more than just make logos. You'll be able to do other things that will help your YouTube channel. So I suggest that you check that video out next.